Our first stop is the Oklahoma City National Memorial and Museum.
Welcome to the Oklahoma City National Memorial and Museum.
Over here is the timeline of the day of the attack. The building that was bombed was the Alfred P. Murrah Building. We're going to listen to the Water Resources Board hearing, and this happened at 9 a.m., which is 1 minute before the attack.
With regard to this proceeding, basically there are 4 elements that I have to receive information regarding.
Whoa! Damn. Wow. This is the remnant of the Alfred P. Murrah Building. Most of the letters weren't even recovered. So the building that was bombed was a federal building, which means many government workers were there. This sign tells you about the minute of the bombing, which was 9:02 a.m., and the bomb killed 168 people and injured 700. The bomb not only affected the Murrah building, but it also damaged 25 other structures. And 312 buildings had shattered glass, which means the force must have been huge. Here's a graphic of the part of the building that was destroyed, so it was pretty much half of it. The explosion was so devastating that it created a crater. And this shows that the explosive device was in a truck. I thought it would be in the building, but it's actually in the truck. Right now we're on 6th Street between Harvey and Robinson. So we would be over here, and the Murrah building was there. That's the truck that had a bomb in it. At first they thought that this was just a gas explosion, but then they realized it was a terrorist attack, and then they thought it might have been an attack from a Middle Eastern, but then they realized it was domestic terrorism. The VIN number of the axle of the truck that held the bomb was used to lead investigators to Kansas and the Dreamland Motel where Timothy McVeigh, the bomber, was staying. When they captured the culprit, this was the shirt that he was wearing, and it means "thus always to tyrants," which was the same phrase yelled by John Wilkes Booth, who assassinated Lincoln. This gallery honors the victims of the attack. This is Timothy McVeigh's car, and they pulled him over because of a missing license plate, and they found a concealed gun, so that's why they arrested him. Timothy McVeigh was executed in June 2001. His accomplice Nichols was spared, and he received 161 consecutive life sentences. The pool over there represents 5th Street, and where the trees and the chairs are is where the federal building was. Each chair represents a lost life, and they're in rows. So the first row is everyone who died on the 1st floor, 2nd row is for the 2nd floor, and so on. The gates over there say 901, and the one there is 903. So that's the last innocent minute and the first minute of healing, because the bombing was at 902. This is the surviving elm tree, and it now symbolizes that good triumphs over evil. We're now on ground zero, where the bomb exploded the building. And that is the Oklahoma City National Memorial and Museum.
This museum was very interesting. I learned quite a lot about the bombing here.
This museum is important to visit to learn about the domestic terrorism that happened.